webinar. I know we have one guest so far, but we're going to give a few more minutes so that we can give people a chance to log into their systems so we can begin our program. We're going to start in a few more minutes. Just want to give people a chance to get into the webinar. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. And as people come in, we certainly will welcome them into the program. Welcome to our webinar, Advantages of the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program for Contractors. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us, and we're excited to introduce this initiative to you. We hope you take advantage of this unique opportunity. In this webinar, you will learn how to earn bid credits to strengthen your bid for future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois, access the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program talent pipeline of qualified graduates, and network with other contractors and subcontractors through the Illinois Works Bid Credit Contractor Registry. This webinar was designed specifically for contractors, subcontractors, business associates, other organizations that represent or support contractors and subcontractors. By the end of this session, you will be able to join the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program. My name is Dr. Carlita Alston, and I am the Program Coach and Training Analyst for Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program, and I'm happy to have you here today. I'd like to also introduce one of our other virtual production team members, Dr. Gia Suggs. Dr. Suggs, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Dr. Gia Suggs, and I am with the professional development team with Illinois Works, and welcome everyone.
Thank you. I also like to introduce the bid credit team. Miss Katie and Rosa, can you introduce yourselves respectively?
Hi, my name is Rosalie Liberty, and I am the Bid Credit Monitor.
Nice
to meet you. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Catherine or Katie McDonough, and I'm also a Bid Credit Monitor.
And now I'd like to introduce you to your primary facilitator for today, Ms. Rebecca Bailey. Rebecca, please introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name is Rebecca Bailey. I am the Senior Bid Credit Program Manager. I've been in the construction industry for about 20 years, and I've been on both sides of the desk, mostly on the contractor side. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your morning to learn more about the Bid Credit Program.
Thank you so much, Becky. Illinois Works and its programs were created as a result of Governor Pritzker's historic $45 billion capital plan and his commitment to expanding the construction workforce and equity in this important sector of the Illinois economy. The Bid Credit Program is a part of the Office of Illinois Works administered by the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, which we call DCEO. This exciting initiative creates opportunities for Illinois businesses like many of yours. You can earn. During this lesson, you will learn how. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program will allow you to earn $334,000 in bid credit virtual dollars per Illinois Works graduate you hire and retain. The above dollar amount is based on the earning rate for an electrician for the full 6 years of bid credit program eligibility. The wages were calculated based on the Northern Electrical Contractors Association contract, NECA, with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Contractors, IBEW, in Northern Illinois. These are not 334,000 actual dollars, but virtual dollars as specified in the Illinois Works Jobs Program Act, which is the law that created this program. And please note that during this webinar, materials reflect drafts that are proposed and not effective until the department adopts them, so that you are able to earn these credits once the rules are approved. In this webinar, we will talk more about the virtual dollars and how they can help you win bids for the state-funded capital construction projects. Today, we will answer the following questions. How did Illinois Works come about? What is the bid credit program? What are the eligibility criteria? How can you earn bid credits? How can bid credits help you win a bid? How do you access bid credits to use them for bidding? How can you network with other contractors and subcontractors? What happens if you win or lose a bid? Is this another crazy bureaucratic program? And then what's the catch? Using the chat, please provide an answer for the following question. Are there additional questions you would like to see us answer today? So take a moment and use the chat area if you have any additional questions you would like for us to answer. Dr. Suggs, if there are any questions, can you please address those questions?
There are no questions in the chat.
Very good, thank you. Please note that this session is being recorded and will be made available for review at the Partner Guide. And we will now share the link to the Illinois Works Bid Program Credit Program page in the chat. If you need to contact us with comments, feedback, or questions, you can email us. Our email address is now available in the chat. We're going to ask that during this webinar that you remain muted for today. If you have questions, please put them in the chat and we will answer the questions at the end of this presentation. And now I will turn it over to Rebecca.
Good morning. Question 1. How did Illinois Works come about? The Illinois Works Jobs Program Act was passed in 2019 and instituted the program we will be discussing today. Rebuild Illinois equals construction projects and jobs. The Illinois Works Jobs Program Act created a new bureau at DCEO that is dedicated to the construction industry and the building trades. The Illinois Works team is focused on developing a qualified talent pipeline to help ensure long-term sustainability in Illinois. The Illinois Works team is passionate and committed individuals with specific expertise in creating opportunities for qualified community members to earn credentials valuable to the construction and building trades. Through the Illinois Works Career Services team, those individuals can be connected to hiring contractors and subcontractors. Illinois Works programs are implemented by the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, or DCEO. Illinois Works is aligned with DCEO's mission to support and maintain a climate that enables a strong economy for our customers, being taxpayers, businesses, workers, and communities, by keeping, attracting, and growing businesses and maintaining a skilled workforce and enhancing communities so that the climate here is one in which businesses, both small and large, and their workers can succeed to the greatest extent possible. To learn more about DCEO, the website link is now being provided for you in the chat. You can also find additional information about the Illinois Works programs, which are specifically designed to support construction and the building trades, on the Illinois Works Contractors resource page. The Illinois Works Contractor resource page answers the following questions. Do you want to earn bid credits to make your bids more competitive? Do you need to strengthen your business's talent pipeline? Do you need to comply with the Illinois Works Jobs Program Act? And do you need to hire talent for your construction business? A link to the Illinois Works Contractors resource page is being provided for you in the chat. Once you register for the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program, you will automatically be subscribed to the Bid Credit monthly newsletter. This newsletter includes announcements, the upcoming training schedule, graduate profiles, and participating contractor profiles. The registration form to sign up for the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program is now being provided for you in the chat. The Office of Illinois Works oversees 3 different programs that focus on equity and to support a talent pipeline for the construction industry and the building trades. Each program represents a critical piece to a puzzle that creates a unique and innovative workforce model. Let us review each of the 3 key programs. First, the Illinois Works Apprenticeship Initiative creates the job demand. This program opens the doors of opportunity in the construction industry and the building trades for Illinois residents. Second is the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program, which creates a pipeline of diverse and qualified candidates to respond to the created demand and to fill job opportunities with diverse candidates. Finally, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program creates the incentives to hire and retain the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. All of these programs together focus on helping communities and supporting the construction industry and the building trades. Ultimately, Illinois Works connects the community members who graduate with construction and the building trades through the Illinois Works Career Services team. Question 2. What is the Bid Credit Program? The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program incentivizes contractors to hire and retain the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. These graduates are from a diverse pool of candidates who create a highly qualified talent pipeline. Employment and retention of these graduates allows contractors to earn bid credits to be used on future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. Please keep in mind that Illinois not only funds large road and bridge projects, but most importantly, small and medium projects, many between $500,000 and $1.5 million, to build community centers, schools, college facilities, community clinics, upgrade sewer and water systems, and public libraries, just to mention a few. Bid credits can be earned on any project, public or private, but can only be redeemed to bid state-funded capital construction projects. First, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program allows contractors and subcontractors to earn bid credits for use towards future bids on capital projects funded by the state or an agency of the state. Second, bid credits can only be earned for employing qualified apprentices who have completed the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program. But these bid credits can be earned for any project, public or private. Third, DCEO determines the bid credit rate per construction trade annually. Fourth, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank will track all activities related to bid credits. The focus of this is to make the experience of contractors seamless by the use of the latest technology. Please note the current rate and incentives will be published on the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program webpage once the rules are approved. A link to the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program webpage is being provided for you in the chat. To better understand how this works, let us take a look at an example. How many bid credits can I earn on a graduate? Step 1. Hire a pre-apprenticeship graduate. Once this graduate has been hired, you can earn bid credits per wage dollar paid on every hour worked by the qualified apprentice and submit the documentation of that payroll. Please note this will be the same process for all contractors, both union and non-union. Step 2. Retain a graduate for 90 days and earn the $3,000 hiring incentive. Again, you will support documentation requesting the hiring incentive bid credits, and once this information has been verified, the bid credits will be deposited into your account. Step 3, incentives can be requested by contractors or subcontractors who employ the qualified apprentices when those individuals are promoted. The incentive bonuses are as such: $2,000 for promotion from a year 1 to year 2 apprentice, $2,500 when promoted from a year 2 to year 3 apprentice, $3,000 when promoted from a year 3 to year 4 apprentice, $3,500 when promoted from a year 4 to year 5, $4,000 when promoted from a year 5 to year 6, and $4,500 when promoted to a journey person. Now please note, bid credits can be earned on the Illinois pre-apprenticeship graduates for 6 years or until they become a journey person. Now again, this example is based on the proposed rates, but after 1 year, the worker who has worked 40 hours per week has allowed the contractor to earn $33,696 worth of payroll bid credits, a $3,000 hiring incentive, and a $2,000 promotion incentive when they are promoted from year 1 to year 2, for a grand total of $38,696 for the first year. If this apprentice is employed for the full 6 years of eligibility, they could earn up to $334,000 worth of bid credits for the contractor for this single graduate. Once you have enrolled in the bid credit program, you will receive regular communications from the Illinois Works team regarding your bid credit account. Each time there is a transaction, participating contractors and subcontractors will receive an email message confirming all transactions. This message will include the amount of bid credits awarded, the date of the award, the date the bid credits will expire. If a certificate was requested, it will include the issue and expiration date of the certificate and the amount of bid credits used on the certificate. This will allow participating contractors and subcontractors to track their transactions. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank account functions just like a real bank account and allows participating contractors to have access to their account to review all pending and approved transactions at any time through their contractor dashboard 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The newest transactions will be at the bottom of the bank account with the balance on the right. The bank will show all bid credits, deposited or awarded, deducted or redeemed, and any adjustments for bid credits that are returned or expired. We'll now move on to question 3. What is the eligibility criteria? Contractors and subcontractors may participate in the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program by registering with the program using the contractor registration form provided by Illinois Works. Now, please note, contractors and subcontractors who have been awarded bid credits under any other state program for employing apprentices who have completed the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program will not be eligible to earn bid credits under the Illinois Works bid credit program related to the same contract. For contractors to participate, the contractor must, first, do business in the state of Illinois. Second, complete the contractor registration form. And third, hire an Illinois Works graduate who is enrolled, or they can sponsor them into a DOL RAP. For more information about eligibility, a general overview and quick reference on the bid credit program is available in our one-sheeter. This provides a summary of the main program information. A link to the bid credit one-sheeter is now being provided for you in the chat. Again, to become part of the bid credit program and to earn bid credits to be used on future state-funded capital projects, you are required to complete the contractor registration form. You will be requested to enter your information, and once approved, you will be assigned a bid credit bank account number and be given access to your contractor dashboard where you can see all your transactions. A link to the contractor registration form is being provided for you in the chat. If you have any questions on how to complete the form, you can enter those into the chat and they will be answered at the end of the webinar. Please note, you should register with your full company name, a primary email address, which is a generic one in which multiple people in your company have access to, and your FEIN number without the dashes. You should also include all construction trades in which you work. Your company name, your FEIN number, and your bid credit account number will be submitted in the same format for all forms submitted to the bid credit program. In addition to the bid credit program newsletter, as we discussed, the bid credit program one-sheeter, and the bid credit webpage, the Illinois Works program will also provide the following monthly trainings: the advantages of the Illinois Works bid credit program for contractors. The informational webinar, in which you're in right now, is repeated monthly, and the next scheduled webinar is scheduled for November the 13th at 1:30 p.m. We will also provide effectively using the bid credit program, which will be a webinar for contractor staff, which will give them the instructional guidance they need to participate in the bid credit program. That webinar will be released soon. And finally, the bid credit responsibilities for awarding agency, which will be the guidance for the funding and awarding agency staff. That webinar will also be released soon. For current information on session offerings, reference the link to our webpage that is provided for you in the chat. This will provide future dates, times, and registration information. Please note that recordings of this webinar and all past webinars can be found on the Bid Credit Program Partner Guide. Question 4, how can you earn bid credits? The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program allows you to earn bid credits on any project, public or private, for use toward future bids in order to increase the chances of a contractor or subcontractor to win the bid. The bid credits can only be used to bid on capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois. Contractors and subcontractors may be eligible to earn bid credits by employing qualified apprentices. What is a qualified apprentice? A qualified apprentice has graduated from the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program, is actively enrolled in a United States Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program in the construction trades or construction professional services, and is 6 years or less from their graduate date the first enrolled in the USDOL registered apprenticeship program. Please note, if you have a graduate that is not enrolled in a USDOL registered apprenticeship program, you can sponsor them. By January 1st of each calendar year, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program will post on its website a list of all construction trades and construction professional services which are eligible for bid credits. The bid credit earning rate will be reevaluated and published on our webpage annually. These rates will be calculated for all Illinois Department of Labor prevailing wage construction trades. Contractors and subcontractors who employ qualified apprentices will need to submit a bid credit apprentice report to the Illinois Works team by the 15th of each month for work that was performed by the qualified apprentice. How does this work? If the apprentice worked on a state-funded capital project, the Illinois Works team will access the certified payroll you have already submitted to the Department of Labor for your qualified apprentice to verify and award your bid credits. If it is not a state-funded public works project, you will need to provide Illinois Works with your certified payroll for the qualified apprentice in order to verify and award your bid credits. Bid credits will only be processed for work performed no more than 3 months prior to the request being submitted to Illinois Works. Requests for bid credit incentives for hiring and promotion are required within 90 days of the hiring date or promotion date. Once the bid credit apprentice report has been processed, Illinois Works will notify you of the total number of bid credits awarded and deposited into your bid credit bank, the date in which those bid credits are deemed earned, and the date in which those bid credits will expire. Again, you can access your bank account to see all transactions using the contractor dashboard link that was provided to you when you first joined the program. Please note all bid credits will expire in 10 years from the time they are earned, and they will be debited from your account at that time. Illinois Works will process bid credit requests for work performed as long as there are no extenuating circumstances, such as the apprentice submitted not being an Illinois Works graduate, the Illinois Works already being a journey person, or no certified payroll. Following a request submission, the Illinois Works will send an email notification of the status of the request. These statuses will be defined as approved, reviewed, more information is needed, or declined. Contractors can see their own bid credits on their contractor dashboard. They can also view the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program registered contractors in the Bid Credit Registry. On a monthly basis, Illinois Works will publish a registry on its website of all active Bid Credit Program contractors and subcontractors, as well as the amount of bid credits each of them have in their bank. This resource is important because it will allow you to know who has earned bid credits so that you can pool your bid credits with other contractors and subcontractors to make future capital funded projects more competitive. The bid credit incentives will be earned at the following rate for 2024. The bid credit rates per wage dollar have yet to be determined, but will be published once the rates are approved. The incentives are as listed below. Again, $3,000 hiring incentive to be claimed after 90 days of continuous employment, and the promotion incentives which can be claimed at each year of promotion until the apprentice is promoted to a journey person. Again, bid credits can be earned for up to 6 years or until the apprentice is promoted to a journey person. Question 5. How can bid credits help you win a bid? Again, bid credits are virtual dollars. Think of them like credit card reward points. If a contractor or subcontractor earns a bid credit, it means that that virtual dollar earned can be used to bid on state-funded capital construction projects. Virtual dollars remain as such and are never converted into real dollars. Bid credits can be earned on any project, public or private, but they can only be used for bids on capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois. The program offers the opportunity for contractors to earn bid credits by hiring and retaining Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. Once earned, the contractors can submit bid credits as part of competitive bids for future capital funded projects by the state of Illinois. So how can the bid credit impact your bid? Your base bid is the value of your bid before any available credits are applied. Once bid credits are applied to your base bid, the lowest effective bid is calculated. The lowest effective bid is the value of the base bid minus available bid credits. The awarding agency is required to use this value to determine, amongst other considerations, which bidding party will prevail in securing a contract for a construction capital project funded by the state of Illinois. The contractor with the lowest effective bid should, unless there are other circumstances that prevent it, be offered the opportunity to accept the contract at the bid amount that was submitted by the lowest qualified and responsible bidder, and thus earn the contract. The contractor can at this point decide if they want to accept the project at that contract amount or not. This is where bid credits can strengthen your position. Please note, bid credits do not change the contract amount, they only change who the contract is offered to. So let's look at an example. If the qualified contractor or subcontractor's bid includes their submitted bid credits, is lower than the bid's lowest responsible bidder, the qualified contractor or subcontractor will win the bid. They will get paid the amount of the lowest responsible bid. So in this example, we have 3 bidders. This capital construction project has an estimated total project cost of $1 million, so it will have a 3% bid credit maximum, or $30,000. In this example, these 3 bidders, ABC, DEF, and GHI, bid the following. ABC will bid $1 million, but they will also include $15,000 worth of bid credits with their bid, giving them the lowest effective bid of $985,000. DEF will bid $1,250,000, but not include any bid credits, so their lowest effective bid will remain the same at $1,250,000. GHI will bid $990,000, and again, they will not include any bid credits, so their lowest effective bid will remain at their $990,000. In the traditional setting, GHI would be the winner with the lowest bid. However, in the bid credit setting, since ABC submitted $15,000 worth of bid credits, essentially lowering their bid to the lowest effective amount of $985,000, this will make them the lowest bid. ABC will receive a contract for this project of $990,000, as that was the lowest bid for the project without bid credits. Please note that at this time, ABC will have the opportunity to accept the contract at $990,000 and have their bid credits cashed out of their bank, or refuse the contract at $990,000 and have their bid credits returned to them for use at a future time. The maximum amount of bid credits that may be used for a specific project when bidding on a public works project is as follows. 3% of the total project cost for projects less than $5 million, 4% of the total project cost for projects that are $50 million but more than 5, and 5% of the total project cost for projects that are more than $50 million. Question 6. How do you access bid credits to use them for bidding? Your bid credits will be maintained in the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank is an electronic system in which Illinois Works used to track all participating contractors and subcontractors and their bid credits and bid credit transactions. Again, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank will function just as a regular bank account. Each contractor or subcontractor that participates in the bid credit program will have their own bid credit bank account that tracks their bid credits and their bid credit transactions. Illinois Works will process bid credit requests for work no more than 3 months prior to submittal. Contractors and subcontractors who seek bid credit incentives for hiring or promotion of their Illinois Works graduate will submit a bid credit apprentice report no more than 90 days after the qualified apprentice's hiring date or promotion date. Each month, Illinois Works will publish on its webpage an updated registry of the active bid credit program contractors and subcontractors, as well as the amount of their available bid credits as of the last day of the preceding month. For example, October's registry will include the balance as of September 30th. Bid credits will expire after 10 years from the date they are earned, and expired bid credits will be debited from the contractor or subcontractor's bank account. So once you have employed an Illinois Works graduate, you will request 2 different types of bid credits: payroll or incentive bid credits for the same graduate you employ. This is accomplished by submitting the Bid Credit Apprentice Report. This report has been streamlined to utilize the information that the contractor already reports. The Bid Credit Apprentice Report must be fully completed with the following information: the graduate or apprentice information, which will include their name, their IWRS graduate ID, which is a 6-digit ID, and the last 4 digits of their Social Security number. The apprenticeship information, which requires the DOL RAP program type, the program name, and the apprentice year for your graduate. The employment information for your graduate, which includes the wage classification and employment type, and the payroll information, which requires project information, including the payroll dates and gross wages. For incentives, we also will require the hiring date and the acceptance or promotion letter from the USDOL apprenticeship program. In order to use your earned bid credits to bid for a state-funded capital construction project, you will need to submit a bid credit certificate request. When contractors and subcontractors request a bid credit certificate to be used for a bid on a specific project, the bid credit certificate will be immediately issued, and it will identify the amount of available bid credits the contractor or subcontractor intends to use for the bid. The bid credit certificate may only be used in connection with the bid for the specific project for which it was requested. The bid credits requested by the contractor or subcontractor for the bid credit certificate will be placed on hold in your bank account until the bid has been awarded and the award status has been updated by both the contractor and verified by the awarding agency, or the certificate expires. Please note, the same bid credits cannot be used for more than 1 bid at a time. Bid credit certificates expire after 90 days unless the contractor or subcontractor requests an extension from the Illinois Works team. To access the bid credit certificate request, the link is being provided for you in the chat now. Effective in 2025, all invitation for bids for capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois will include the acceptance of the Illinois Works bid credits. This applies to all state agencies, state grantees, and state loan recipients. This acceptance will follow the maximum allowable percentages based on the dollar amount of the base bid submitted. If you want to use your bid credits in conjunction with a bid, you will need to attach a bid credit certificate created specifically for that bid. Your bids are then used to lower your base bid to help you outbid the lowest qualified and responsible bidder who did not use bid credits by at least $1. The contractor with the lowest effective bid should be offered, unless other circumstances prevent it, the opportunity to accept the contract at the bid amount that was submitted by the lowest qualified and responsible bidder who did not use bid credits. If the awarding agency receives multiple bids from a contractor who submit bid credit certificates, The contractor with the lowest effective bid will be selected as the prevailing bidder and will have the opportunity to accept the contract at the lowest base bid amount. If the awarding agency determines that two bidders have the same adjusted bid value, all pre-existing selection criteria will apply to select the winning bidder, and the awarding agency will use its own pre-approved rules to determine the bid winner. Please note that bid credits will not be treated as a procurement preference pursuant to the Illinois Procurement Code, unless otherwise noted in the invitation for bid. All applicable procurement preferences will apply. So let's look at another example. Who will win the bid? Here we have a state-funded capital project with an estimated total project cost of $1.5 million, and this project will have a 3% bid credit maximum, or $45,000. This project has three bidders, again, ABC, DEF, and GHI. These contractors bid the following. ABC will bid $1.5 million and include $45,000 worth of bid credits, giving them the lowest effective bid of $1,455,000. DEF will bid $1.5 million, but not include any bid credits, keeping their lowest effective bid amount at $1.5 million. GHI will bid $1.5 million and include $37,000 worth of bid credits, giving them a lowest effective bid of $1,463,000. In this setting, all bids have the same total base bid amount of $1.5 million. In the bid credit setting, DEF will not be considered as they did not include any bid credits in their bid amount. ABC will have the lowest effective bid at $1,455,000 and thus be offered the contract at the lowest base bid amount of $1.5 million. If they choose to accept, ABC's bid credits will then be cashed out of their bank account and the contract will be awarded to them. GHI's bid credits will be returned to them so they can use them again. Once again, I would like to specify that bid credits do not affect the contract amount, just the contractor who is offered the opportunity. The winning contractor or subcontractor in which the bid is awarded will have their bid credits cashed out of their bank, so they cannot be used again. And the contractor or subcontractor who loses the bid will have their bid credits returned to their bank to use for future bids. Illinois Works will request from both the contractor and the awarding agency an update of the bid and the outcome of the bid credit certificate that was submitted. So how can you network with other contractors or subcontractors? By networking. Networking is the act of making connections to build relationships based on mutual outcomes. Networking with other contractors or subcontractors may help you leverage the relationship by combining or pooling bid credits. Multiple bid credit certificates can be combined in a bid for a project. As a general contractor, you must submit at least $5,000 of your own bid credits to combine your bid credits with other contractors or subcontractors. If combining with others, each contractor or subcontractor must request their own certificate for the bid from Illinois Works. If you submit a bid credit certificate for a subcontractor on a bid, you must use that subcontractor on the project if you win the bid. If a subcontractor decides not to participate in a project after the bid is submitted and won, they cannot get their bid credits back, and Illinois Works will debit their account and deduct the amount of bid credits used to win the bid. In the event that the subcontractor is disqualified by the awarding agency after the bid is awarded during their due diligence review, the bid credits contributed by the disqualified subcontractor will not be returned, and Illinois Works will debit their account and deduct the amount of bid credits used to win the bid. So once again, let's look at an example of who will win the bid when multiple bid credit certificates are combined. In this state-funded capital construction project, the estimated total project of $1.5 million will again have the same 3% bid credit maximum of $45,000. This project will have 3 bidders: ABC, who will subcontract with XYZ, DEF, who does not have any subcontractors, and GHI, who will subcontract with UVW. Again, these subcontractors and subcontractors will bid the following. ABC with XYZ will bid $1.5 million and will include combined $45,000 worth of bid credits, giving them a lowest effective bid again of $1,455,000. DEF will bid $1.5 million and submit 0 bid credits, leaving their lowest effective bid at $1.5 million. GHI, subcontracted with UVW, will bid $1.5 million and include $37,000 worth of total bid credits, giving them a lowest effective bid amount of $1,463,000. Again, in this setting, all bids have the same total base bid amount, and again, DEF will not be considered as they did not include any bid credits in their bid amount. Here, ABC, subcontracted with XYZ, will have the lowest effective bid amount at $1,455,000 and will be offered the contract at the lowest base bid amount of $1.5 million. If ABC chooses to accept the contract, they must partner with XYZ, and the bid credits that both submitted will be cashed out of their respective bank accounts. GHI and UVW's bid credits will be returned to their respective bank accounts for them to use again for a future capital funded project. Contractors and/or subcontractors can pool their bid credits together with other contractors or subcontractors if the contractor or subcontractor who owns those consents for their bid credits to be used for a bid in which they will participate. Bid credits cannot be bought, sold, or gifted to another contractor or subcontractor. The only transfer of bid credits will be allowed when an entity is transferred, goes through a merger or an acquisition. What will happen if you win or lose the bid? You cannot lose your bid credits by leveraging them on a capital construction project. You can lose them if Illinois Works finds out that the bid credits were earned fraudulently. Please note, upon finding a contractor or subcontractor has reported falsified records to the department may bar the contractor or subcontractor from participating in the Illinois Works bid credit program. If a contractor or subcontractor knowingly submits a falsified bid credit certificate to win a bid, they may be suspended from participating in the bid credit program and forfeit their bid credits. False or fraudulent claims for payments related to falsified bid credits may be subject to damage and penalties under the applicable law. Bid credits ultimately accepted by an awarding agency to win a bid will be subtracted from your Illinois Works bid credit bank account. Bid credits will be frozen in the contractor or subcontractor's account when they request a bid credit certificate to bid for a project. Any excess bid credits that were not used by the awarding agency to award the project will be returned to your bank account. In the event that a bid contains multiple bid credit certificates, excess bid credits will be calculated and ultimately returned to the parties that submitted the bid credits in a manner proportionally to the original contribution of each party. Bid credits that are sequestered or frozen in an account will be unfrozen if they are not used by the awarding agency because the contractor or subcontractor did not win the bid or declined to accept it. If the contractor or subcontractor withdraws its bid with the awarding agency, or if the bid credit certificate expires. Please note, for both 1 and 2, an update will be requested by both the contractor and awarding agency to report to Illinois Works the bid outcome for the submitted bid credit certificate and the amount of bid credits used and/or returned. For number 3, bid credit certificates will expire after 90 days from issuance, and the bid credits will be returned to the contractor's bank account unless a request for an extension of that certificate has been received. So question 9, is this another crazy bureaucratic program? I can see how some might ask this question, as many federal and state programs come and go and are generally hard to use and navigate. Illinois Works is not another unstable bureaucratic program. It is a state law that is supported by Illinois legislature and implemented by the Office of Illinois Works at DCEO. It is well defined and was designed specifically streamlined after hearing the feedback from contractors across the state. This program has effective and efficient processes, procedures, technological and communication tools, and staff. The bid credit program is fully operational and is a well-funded DCEO program and initiative. It also has the full support of the administration at both DCEO and the governor's office. This program is here to stay and is a unique and innovative program and is expected to be a leader nationally. So what's the catch? There is no catch. You must simply hire and retain an Illinois Works graduate that is enrolled in the Department of Labor Registered Apprenticeship Program. If the graduate is not currently enrolled in a DOL RAP, the contractor or subcontractor can sponsor them. And you can even request these graduates from us through our Career Services team. We will talk more about the Career Services team in just a second. But first, let us review each of the 3 key Illinois Works programs. Again, the Illinois Works Apprenticeship Initiative creates the job demand. This program opens doors of opportunity in the construction industry and the building trades for Illinois residents. The Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program creates the pipeline of diverse and qualified candidates to respond to the created demand to fill job opportunities with diverse candidates. And the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program creates the incentives to hire and retain Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. Again, all of these programs together focus on helping communities and supporting the construction industry and the building trades. Ultimately, Illinois Works connects the community members who graduate with the construction building trades through the Illinois Works Career Services team. As of December 2023, the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship programs have graduated 1,500 graduates to participate in this program. Hundreds of these graduates are still looking for an opportunity to start a career in the construction and building trades. These graduates are trained, ready, willing, and able to begin working on job sites across the state of Illinois today. So how can you get connected with an Illinois Works graduate? The Illinois Works team recently launched the Career Services team, which is specifically designed to build relationships with DOL RAPs, directly connect employers and graduates through job matching, and provide long-term transition support to the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program graduates. The main goal of the Illinois Works Career Services team is to increase the number of Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship graduates gaining employment and entry in the DOL RAPs of their choice. By achieving this goal, this team directly supports the goal of connecting contractors to a highly qualified talent pipeline, which allows them to earn bid credits to be used on future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. So how can you get connected to an Illinois Works graduate? The Illinois Works Career Services team facilitates job matching. This highly effective team works hard to ensure a seamless and efficient process. As a contractor, all you need to do is submit a job order through the Illinois Works Employer Form and specify your employment needs. Specifications may include the graduate's availability to work in a particular location, the certificates that you wish them to include, their career interests, and the qualifications that you require. This user-friendly form allows the Illinois Works Career Services team to send you a list of Illinois Works graduates that match your job requirements. You can access the Illinois Works Employer Form using the link provided for you now in the chat. The job order form can also be used by contractors to provide follow-up information about the graduates they might have screened or hired from the list they receive. So let us review the job matching process. Contractors submit job orders electronically to the Career Services team. The Career Services team then sends an electronic link to the graduates to identify ready and able graduates. The graduates will apply for the job within 72 hours using the provided link and submit their updated resume and contact information. The Career Services team will then screen these applicants, and all that meet the contractor's requirements will be forwarded to them for their review and consideration. If only a small number of applicants or no applicants are received within the 72 hours, Illinois Works will generate a list of available graduates from its graduate database. Illinois Works will ask the contractor to update the outcome for all candidates sent to them. If you're interested in connecting with the Career Services team, you can contact Mr. Victor Castillo. His email address is being provided for you now on the screen and in the chat. So once again, here is a link for you to join the Bid Credit program. It only takes 5 minutes to fill out this form, and for those of you interested in joining, let us open the link and fill out the form together. Again, please feel free to post any questions you have had from today's webinar in the chat as you complete the form. At this time, I'm going to hand the presentation back over to Carlita so she can provide an evaluation.
Thank you, Rebecca. And yes, we would love to hear from you as we set up our Mentimeter. You'll notice in the chat there is a Mentimeter screen available. So please do set your devices for that so that you can access Mentimeter. There is a code that we would like for you to use. The code is 190723. And the screen should be showing shortly. If you're able to see the screen, we'd like for you to give us your feedback. Again, that number is 19097237. I believe. Hmm. One moment, please. I am setting up the Mentimeter. Okay. All right, let us begin. Okay, the course, was it relevant to you and what you wanted to learn about this subject matter? Would you say strongly agree, somewhat disagree? I'm sorry, strongly disagree, somewhat disagree, neither agree or disagree, somewhat agree, or strongly agree? All right, thank you. Our next question, what improvements might you recommend? And this, I'll give you a few minutes to type in your answers and submit them. And if you don't have any recommendations, just put NA. That'll help us to know that you are responding. All right, thank you very much for that. Anyone else? Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Is there anything, what did you find effective? If we make changes, what would you recommend we keep? And again, if you have no changes, just put NA in this area so we would know you responded. We have one examples with figures was helpful. Very good. Thank you. All right, we'll go on to the next question. Is there anything else about this course you think we should know? I have one response. Is there any other responses before we move on? Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, we appreciate your evaluation and certainly want to thank you for joining us today. And hopefully this will be a great opportunity for you all. Have a great day.